Part 2 of a little trip to Addingham, 23rd of July 2026. So please see earlier video for a walk around the village centre. This is now a little trip on the outskirts. So this is just a little bit of a walk along here. And we're parked, or we just parked here, and then we went to the little park on the right. So that's where the kind of walk stopped in a way, on the right there. But we'll just continue showing you the exit to the village here. And what we'll see is on the left there's a little co-op with the blue signs and things in there. That's the little co-op there. There you go. And then on the right there's a little cricket pitch. So this is the cricket pitch, sort of just as like a little field there, but just there is the cricket pitch. You can see the white sight screens and things, and there's like a little clubhouse there, and there's some people playing on it and things there. Like there was actually, when we came along, they were doing rounders. Addingham Cricket Club. Nice little ground there. So that's it. And there's some little cricket nets just there for practicing as well. That's what those are. Yeah, and then if we go left, down here we'll just have a look a little bit more of Addingham as well, just here. So straight ahead takes the road towards Ilkley, but then here there's this little village and little area, the part of the area here, which goes towards the River Wharf area. We'll just have a little look at some of this here as well. So of course we've got Low Mill Lane, so we'll just have a little look. No access to Low Mill Village. Yeah, you've got a walk, I think, down there. Yeah. So there's like a village across the other side of the river, which you can maybe walk to. We'll have a look. I think there's a little park up here. We'll go a little walk past this old church and just see that feature. I think we can just park somewhere here. Lovely. Just came around that way. You can see the view of the hills and things there. That's kind of Ilkley Moor up that way. There. Yeah, and then just around here, the church isn't here. You've got to like walk quite a little way to it. But we'll just show you this little area here. So this is St. Peter Addingham, and you can see it over there in the trees. And there's a field in the way. I'm going to have a little look along here, and there's a sign, some signs as well and things. And I think you can walk into this bit of the village as well through some of these old houses here. But just get a look at that old stone in there. We'll have a look, see what this says. So this says, creating a Christian timeline for Addingham, west entrance. It's got the church field, schedulation, old rectory, ancient ditch of Iron Age origin. They found Viking bone ornaments in the late 8th and 17th century. You know what? They found Anglo-Saxon burial ground. So there's some old stuff here, you know, from 700 onwards and all that. Yeah. So we see how we are close to the River Wharf. So there's a footbridge, and then we've obviously got the church, and then it says the Roman Catholic Church is here. 3, which is sort of disused now really, and then Bolton Priory up that way. Yeah, that way. So yeah, that's what we're looking at there. But what we'll do is, before we'll go and have a look at the church and things there, we'll have a look along this little street, because there's an interesting gate. Go and open it, Alison. We'll have a look at what this is. Go on. Looks like there's a little stream that runs along here, and this fantastic stone bridge. Look at that. Somebody's got, like in their garden, a wooden bridge over the stream there. So it's just an ancient bridge, this, isn't it? Going up to the church that way. And then just got this little alleyway here. And again, little gates and things down to the stream. Somebody looking after all the flowers there, look at that. This is North Street, Church Street. That tree, look, the wall's been built around the tree there, yeah. North Street. And then, yeah, so then what you do is you can park up there and walk down some stairs to the River Wharf down that way as well as interesting thing. We'll see if we've got time to do that. We'll have a look along here first. But look at that, yeah, what a setting that is, isn't it? Just have a little walk over this little stone footbridge towards the church. And the church is sort of out from the centre of the village. It's sort of on its own in these fields and things here. Yeah. And this is funny, isn't it? Just like a little box hedging thing just in there, like fenced off, and just goes down the river there. Old cast iron gate there. Yeah. Welcome to St. Peter's Church and to the church field. Beautiful Anglo-Saxon site. Well, I imagine the church will be closed at this time of night. I mean, it's after 8 o'clock now, so we probably can't look in it. But you can at least get the setting of the church, you know, with the bales of hay and all that. And the old street light. Fantastic summer's evening. Lovely light. If you stand there in the light, Alice, we'll have a look at you. It'll show off your fantastic red hair and everything. That's it. That's it. Wave, turn around and wave. That's it, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sort of come to the little church hall here, haven't we? And then the church is there. It's like a car park in the hall. Right, I'll see what this little plaque says on here as well. This is some Commonwealth War graves. It says, the ancient parish church of St. Peter. The Archbishop Wulfhere of York fled here for sanctuary in 867 AD to escape the Viking invasion. So it continues to be a living church, so in the whole community. And there we go, that's interesting. Yeah. The old trees, and there's just the countryside around the River Wharf in that direction. And you can see the time, look, 8:15 on Thursday evening. So yeah, it'll be closed because, you know, they're not going to have it open all night, but you get to see the setting of it anyway. Oh yeah, stained glass windows and things on there. Yeah. So this is mainly sort of 15th century, and then I think the tower and things were like sort of 1750s, 1760s sort of additions. So this was all built to replace an earlier church. So it's not, you know, this church in itself is, well, it's still, you know, 600 years old, but it's not 1,000 years old, put it that way. Yeah, right, so we'll walk in the direction maybe. We're just down around this corner on the where the St. Peter's Addingham is there, and the River Wharf's just down here. So we'll just come up this little spot where you can go down the path, down these steps, and you can go down to like a footbridge, go along that way along the side of the river, or you can go down the zigzaggy way, this footbridge here, and we'll go and have a look at it over the river. There's obviously not much flow, but we'll see what we can see down here. Don't trip over that. That's it, so we've made it to this footbridge here. And then see if we can see any fish or anything in the river. That's looking downstream. And that's looking upstream, and you can see what there is. You can walk along that path on the river, and if you can see up there's a weir. You can see the sort of water shooting down the weir, and then behind that there's some caravans. So there's like a caravan sort of park, mainly static homes, just there. And there's you can walk up to that weir along the river, just through the woods on the left bank here. So yeah, I'm just looking upstream. And the question is, where does this bridge go to? Well, yeah, it you know, it doesn't really, there's no houses up here, nothing. It just goes out into the dales. See the reflections, everything amazing. But yeah, there's nothing, you know, there's no buildings to get to. Look at that, that's like a scary gap between the stairs and the bridge. What's that? So you can walk along there, and the fields along that way, and then up through that way, but it doesn't, it just goes up the hill up there. See the scenes, and you can walk down to the river here. Look, you want to have a look, Alice? Watch the nettles. There's nettles there, don't touch the nettles. Right down to the water's edge here. So there we go. You can see little family of ducks and things up that way. The bridge that we crossed, so we're going to go back across it now. So see you in part 3 of this trip video. Next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.